We're going drifting, RC drivers. The drift scene continues to grow and it has finally grabbed my full attention, and I just have to get into it. I've done some drifting in the past, but the technology has changed a lot, and I'm just totally hooked. You're gonna see a lot more here on the channel, so make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notifications bell if you want to see some more drifting. Now, let's talk about today's car that we're going to review. It's the Kyosho Fazer Mark II Ready Set, and it's a very cool looking car. As you can see, Mustang body on here. It has the proven Fazer chassis underneath, and because of that, I'm just gonna make this a quick review because we've gone over this Fazer chassis a number of times. I'll put some links in the video description to all of those videos. I'll have links to the car as well down there, and we'll get things started with the body. Again, it's a Mustang body, really cool look to it, pre-printed from the factory. Really love the front end of that. Look at that tall spoiler out back. Really cool graphics package. Kyosho logos on the side, kind of a 3D look to it, but really digging that spoiler out back. Check out the rear panel as well. Good looking body on this thing. Even the exhaust tips on the side, they are decals, but it looks cool. The windows are not clear, but maybe you can do some sanding and cut out the windshield graphics there and have clear windows if you really want that, or maybe even just tint it after you sanded. But overall, this body does look really awesome. All right, now onto the Fazer chassis, which is pretty much the same that we've seen before. It does have drift tires on here. Now we got 5-spoke wheels, very Mustang-like, and then hard drift tires. And behind the wheels, we've got the faux disc brakes. Onto the Fazer chassis itself, it's a plastic tub chassis, 4-wheel drive, and I know that might get some people a little wound up because they believe that drift cars should only be rear-wheel drive, but hey, this is where drifting started, and it is easy to drift with one of these things. You know, if you're just going to be the occasional drifter that wants something that works, all-wheel drive is just fine, and once you really get into it, rear-wheel drive is the way to go. But this is definitely going to be a lot of fun for all sorts of people. Gear differentials front and rear. We've got the large pinion gear and spurs set up, so this thing will have some speed behind it. Oil-filled shocks, double wishbone suspension, the driveline, back to the driveline, all composite drive shafts throughout, ball bearings at least, so everything will spin nice and free, but this chassis just works. Now the motor in here is the 14 turn. It's a long can, so you got plenty of power and torque. We've got our hobby wing based speed controller with a T-plug, and then your Perfex Kyosho servo, swinging your bell crank steering. Not a ton of steering, obviously, because we've got drive shafts up front, you know, not like a rear-wheel drive car, which will go full lock to full lock, but foam front bumper, easy to access the battery pack, and again, this is pretty much ready to run. You just have to supply your batteries, and here is the radio system, the Perfex radio, which is a really nice, ready to run radio system. Absolutely love this. You'll also get your basic tools and a couple extra spare parts in the box, manual, and that's it. That's everything you need to know about this. So let's head outside now and just get this thing sideways. What an awesome time shredding asphalt with the Mustang GTR. You know, I'm really impressed with this Fazer chassis. I liked it as a rubber tire car, and now it works really well as a drift car as well. The best part was just hanging those high angle drifts in the wide open parking lot. It just seemed to slide for days. And then on the tighter transitions, it pulls some pretty good corners, but you know, you're a little limited by the amount of steering angle, but still, it is a blast, and it is a tough car. I smashed into some of those concrete walls hard. I was really trying to hang that rear spoiler up against the concrete walls, and I wound up just smacking this thing into the wall. And you know, there's some scuffing on the side. The tires are all scuffed up. The wheels are all scuffed up. The body is dented and scraped up, but this thing, it still drives really well. There's a little bit of wander from the steering servo itself, but I was able to, you know, get over that and still control the car. I'll probably replace the servo at some point in the future with something more high speed, but the throttle control is really good on here for the brush system. Plenty of wheel speed to pull that car, you know, through the turns, and I really like what they did here. It's a cool looking car and really easy to get into. You know, I didn't get to go and drive it on any tight courses. I don't have anything like that yet, but you know, for the big open parking lot stuff, just fun drifting, the car has what it takes to give you a great drifting experience. All right, let me know what you think about the new Fazer in the comment section below, and yeah, we're gonna have some more drifting here on the channel, so I'll leave you with that.